Alright, now let's get a frame of reference. Drink from your glass. It should be the same size.
Perfect. Man, this perspective's way off.
Whoa!
Here's to... hi everybody, welcome to Charlie and Jason thing. Or season 2 retitle, a Jason and Charlie thing. I'm Charlie.
I'm Jason.
Just elephant in the room, I've shaved my head. We'll get into it later. I thought I'd look like Vin Diesel from The Shield, but I look like Vin Diesel from... not The Shield, Michael Chiklis from The Shield, but I look like...
You mean Vin Diesel from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, I look like Vin Diesel from Guardians of the Galaxy. I look like Vin Diesel from The Pacifier. I screwed up. And look at see it, season 2. Jason's taking notes.
Yep.
We're both.
This way I can remember what I'm. This way I can write down what I want to talk about while Charlie's talking.
Well, I'm just
instead of just trying to think of what you're gonna say.
So you can completely ignore me. Good. Yeah. So are we just getting into it, or do you have something
first thing on top of everyone's head?
Yeah.
Where'd your hair go?
My hair go.
You shaved your head.
Well, I'll tell you where it is. It's in a box that's being sent to Katie Fahey.
Did you go USPS?
No, I can't. Oh yeah, Postal Service, of course.
Yep.
Nate Blunt told me if I put it in a box in the Easy Ship boxes, I didn't have to put a return address on it. So we'll see if the Postal Service sends it. I don't know. It was $3. So.
Wait, did you really send it?
Yes, I told them all the annual conference I was going to send it. She thinks I'm joking on Facebook, because I straight up told her just so she's not like completely freaked out. But I'm hoping the second part of the joke is when she actually gets a box of human hair. And like, you're not gonna not open the box, even though it's super light and you think it might be hair. You're gonna open it. I'm
just hoping there's a shipping mistake and she actually gets somebody else's hair by coincidence. Like, and then the guy who actually wants the hair is like, "This isn't my hair."
Oh no! So we'll see what the Postal Service is willing to take care of for $3. I think she just moved, so it might be going to a random address. So. I hope someone opens it.
What are you insuring it for?
It's priceless.
No.
But anyway, I just hope it doesn't get damaged.
Next thing in everyone's head. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. That was just
on everyone's head. Oh, I shaved this because I'm going away in a couple days, and it might be a place where showers aren't around. So I figured this just cut out the middleman.
Now I've done the same thing, except I've just got my hair cut shorter. But you took it to an extreme, almost kind of like for a cause.
Well, I mean, it's not it wasn't like 10 inches. I couldn't donate it, aside from donating it to Katie.
I mean, you shaved it really far, so you should probably say that you did it for a cause.
I mean, I'm going, in a couple of days I'm going to Haiti. I haven't really thought about it too much, but I'm going to be there for 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks I think this will come to a length where it looks okay, like I could go back to work with it. But one thing I didn't think about is it looks totally different than, like, I look completely different than I did on my passport photo, so I might not make it back in the US. I'm going to fiddle for my passport photo right now.
Well, Charlie's doing that. I'll talk about something in the meantime.
Oh, that's fine. I'm pretty much done.
Oh, okay, he's got it.
Yeah, so that's me. You probably can't see it from this far, but I look like Ted Kaczynski in this picture.
Wait, hold it still real quick. I'll do a digital zoom. Alright, we're good. So you got your passport, check.
I got some shots.
You got your shots.
Just fill me up.
You got some injections.
Yep.
Okay. And
sleeping
bags and stuff? Like, what are you bringing?
They said the bedding is provided.
Okay.
So they said there's a laundry service too. So for some people, for people with a bunch of water problems, they're like, "Oh, let us do your laundry." Like, what are you washing in? Dirt? So yeah, we'll see how it goes. If something happens to me over there, then I'm proud to have this be the last footage of me on film. And when I'm on the news, because hopefully they'll confuse me with a pretty blonde woman. When I make it on the news, I hope this is like the B-roll they use, as like Nancy Grace talks about, like an outrage of the white man's just suffered so much.
They have.
We've been through a lot as a people. Most of which has been self-inflicted. But
so you're gonna be gone Monday, June. Just to date this.
Yeah. Monday,
June something.
The 16th.
16th. You'll be back when?
27th. I think that's a Sunday.
You're gonna be gone like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
How'd you get that much time off?
So I got the time off work. My guy who works in the same job as me, we got all figured out. We figured out our vacation schedules. Perfect. And so I get approved for the time off next week. 40% of my department gets fired, including the person who was going to cover for me. No one else really knows how to do my job. But I found 4 people that sort of know how to do it, and they've like half promised to cover for me, so we're gonna find out.
So how are they letting you off? Did you force them or strong arm them?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I forced them to give me a raise, but I didn't force them to. I mean, I already paid my money.
So like, all right, we can give you a raise, or we can give you 2 weeks unpaid leave. How's that sound?
I'm getting paid for it, so.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Man,
they take care of it. Some companies like pay you to go on mission trips. Like you'd wave your company flag in the air.
Yeah, I've known a couple companies that might do that.
Yeah. Some of our competitors in the field.
Ooh, do they offer competitors vacations?
Yeah, They pay one of our main competitors. They pay people to go to Lake Louise and work at that campground, which is hilarious because the next week I go there on my own dime. And I am more worried about what's going to happen, like in my life here, than anything that's going to happen to me, like over there. Like the job thing you mentioned, I don't know how you're going to do.
I don't know. Adam and I might start making some films. We might pick this up with a new co-host.
Oh my gosh! All right, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're ready.
Or I gotta set my mom up with some podcast work, so that might take a couple weeks to.
Now would be a wonderful opportunity. I mean, I'll give you my mom's number.
So, next couple weeks, we're going to have a momcast come out. It's going to be about an hour and a half unedited.
There'll be tears if my mom's involved.
There's going to be 20 or 40 topics repeated 3 times.
Yep. And if this is with my mom, she talks about me, just assume it's like half fantasy.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, that's what I got going on. What you got going on?
Alright, 80 talk. Alright, so I went to I forget the name of it,
Waterfront Film Festival?
Exactly. So I went to that today. It was actually pretty cool. They had a couple actors and directors from a few different indie films, so there's a festival out there, so there's about 12 people on the panel in total. There were 6 writer, director, producers, and then there were 6 actors that came in after that. Everyone seemed to leave after the actors came on.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the people there were writer-directors, and the one thing writer-directors hate is working with actors.
Yeah.
So I think they just hate. So the actors came on, everyone kind of left.
Do you hate working with actors?
Not. Well, I haven't worked with too many actors that you could call actors.
Like, do you hate working with the people that you have in front of the camera?
No, typically not. I actually want to do a little bit more acting. It's just that that writing is not like a passion of mine.
Yeah.
Like writing and that whole creative, used to be better at it, just out of like happenstance. But I don't think you're really passionate about it. As much either, but
if I had someone to take my story idea and actually write it, like I like coming up with a story and I like editing. Like those are my 2 areas, and like the other things kind of built into it, like me being like sort of funny. Like that was like I had to be. Like so, if I had someone that I could just work like a marionette, like and do the acting for me, then I would be. I would be happier. My main problem with the actors is just we can't get them, and just inconsistency of them like showing up.
Now, there is some. Let me go through my notes, but they actually had some good dialogue and stuff. You know, like apparently officially every you know how like small indie companies get big actors into their movies.
How's that?
Like a lot of times, well, there's a few times. Like sometimes it's just because you maybe have a comedic actor that wants to like break out and do something serious. So there's times like those that apparently like casting directors have this whole kind of understanding about like what people kind of start wanting to do. Yeah. So casting directors apparently are very important on getting some of that stuff set up. I mean, the other thing is like you have people that are trying to come back and they haven't been in stuff, or they're trying to get, or they'll know people that have like been in some things that are going to break. Yeah. So they're good at knowing like what actors are kind of going to come out and be.
Yeah. So they get like ahead of it. Because usually when someone comes out with like a big movie, there's usually a crappier movie that they're in that gets released about the same time. Yeah. Like I remember when Titanic came out, they had The Man in the Iron Mask, and like everybody went to that after Titanic, and that movie is just a piece of garbage on a smaller scale. So if we have someone who's coming out in like an annoying, like they're going to be in an Annoying Orange video, we should try to get them at the same time. Yeah.
They had a good saying. It was kind of like theater is kind of an actor's medium, and then film is a director's medium. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. And TV, I've heard, is the writer's medium. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of always stressing that. So the guy I stole that quote from.
We're doing attributions?
Blake Robbins.
Blake
He was actually a pretty cool guy. And Eddie Jemison was there too.
We did like a 3-hour film festival at Big Kids Camp. And one thing I did was Becky really wanted to be in like one of our things, so I really just wanted to make it happen for her. But I sat her down before anyone else was around, and I just explained what it was and what I needed from her and asked her for like her feedback. And like after I did that, she did exactly what I wanted. And
that's actually like exactly like that's been the part for me. It's like when I'm working with people, like they're kind of asking me for what is the character what should the character be?
Yeah.
Which I think I need to take a bigger part in like explaining kind of the whole thing. But it's when one of the guys, when Blake was actually talking about it, it was there's some kind of mutual creativity that goes on that when he kind of works with an actor is like he starts saying, hey, what is this character? What do you think this character is? It's like, well, it's a waitress in a restaurant. It's like, yeah, that's a start. Like, cause that's what it is. So, and then we'll kind of work out what they think it is, as well as he kind of starts molding into what his thoughts of it are. It's actually kind of a nice process because I always feel it's sometimes one-sided.
Yeah.
But I think actors do a good job of kind of filling in the blanks.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where like a good actor kind of starts coming in is.
And she did a little bit of that too. So. One of my problems is like when we shoot something, it's so like get the people there and go that I don't get a chance to. I'm good at being in front of a ton of people or in front of one person. I can't separate when I have to take one person aside that well. Yeah. So it was good having her like there, and that's something that like I want to do more because I'm kind of tired of telling my stories. I kind of want to have more involvement from other people.
Yeah, and because my passion is more about, like, I like getting the sound right, I like getting, like, the visuals looking good. I love it when I can get a really good shot that looks good, and that flows well, like, in editing, and actually flows perfect with, like, what we want to do. Like, accidentally making perfect scenes is probably one of my favorite things. But,
yeah, and I think we work pretty well together because I care about functionality more than those things, but you can get a better shot than I can because you're actually looking for it, and I can get a more functional process.
Definitely. I think we got a good fit there. But I think what we do lack is kind of that passionate writer piece where we can kind of take what they have and kind of make it what we want it to be.
Yeah.
And somebody that's kind of willing to give that up.
Yeah.
Because apparently that's where a lot of the money is. A lot of the money is in making this stuff, and then they refer to it as docs, which is a thing. But that's kind of the intellectual property piece that they sell. So a lot of independent films, it seems like, goes into other people trying to building up this. And there's apparently this international market too. But like, there's so much content out in the world right now. Like, it's kind of like there are so many people trying to pull this in too, and just like binge watching things too. That there's a demand for it.
The value's gonna go down as they do that. Like, as you're burning through, whether it be a podcast or a TV show, like. Cheers, like when it was on like United the Nation, and there's not going to be another Cheers unless people catch on to it a couple of years later and just burn through it.
It was interesting on the like financial piece. So there's kind of like three people. Like initially there'll be you've got your investors, you've got your salary people. That I think once money starts coming in, I think there's a thing where you have to pay your investors first to get them covered. On their costs, and then you pay salaries to actors kind of as that comes in and whatever you agree to or whatever is fair, and then I think there's investor profit and then like profit and stuff like that. And,
that makes sense.
And then so I think typically it's like 50-50 investor producer, and then everything else that's an expense comes out of the producer's pockets kind of side of things. So I really like the cost structure of it because I'm a big cost guy.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's dirty as heck. Yeah, like all that. Financing and like the actual accounting on even an independent movie, I bet it's like dirty as heck. I heard a lot of dentists get fleeced on financing independent films. Really? So we gotta make friends with some dentists.
I mean, they do have a high like sadness rate.
Yeah.
From what I hear, so
yeah, you get someone's dream.
I think that was the big thing they talked about. Is like there's always like these big fish, like $5,000 people out there willing to kind of give some money for stuff, like. like, there's those people, and then you got your crowdfunding, and then like your friends and family and stuff, and it's like, they had an interesting kind of like, well, if you're gonna do like a documentary that like touches people, that they like, that's easy to do on Kickstarter, but if you want to do this one had, his idea was if you want to do like a fight church action comedy, like not many people are gonna get behind that. Like maybe a few people if you can build the audience, but I thought that was really interesting too. But so there's different kind of ways, and Indiegogo is really a site that we need to check out. Yeah,
because Indiegogo, you don't have to raise the complete amount to get your money.
Yeah, you can get your money even if you don't raise it.
Yeah. Because Reese was on Indiegogo for his playing drums to video game songs thing. He raised some dollars on it.
Nice.
So I hope that got funded.
But here, or nothing, or just my finger pointing.
Yeah, I think it's over with. I probably should pay him some money for it. I don't know. Like, I don't want to go after people I actually know for money if we were to fundraise on stuff.
I would actually like to give money to somebody that's actually doing a pretty legit project.
Hey, Jason.
If I could get like...
I got a pretty legit project coming up.
Hey, see me after...
You can check out my link here.
See me after we're done here. We can talk.
Whoa, that's looking pretty official. Do we want to transition to that? Speaking of legit projects, this July 23rd, a feature film will be premiering in Kalamazoo at the Alamo Draft House, where you can get a drink and watch a fantastic movie. Or you can even see...
Pac-Man the movie!
Pac-Man the movie, finally!
It's about time we had this hero come up.
I'm sick of them skipping the backstory on that in the video games. Why is he hungry?
I don't know. Why are those ghosts always around? Why can you eat ghosts sometimes?
I always felt like Pac-Man was like America. And then like the little pellets are the natural resources and we just can't be filled and we're just going to devour anything. And those ghosts are freedom fighters. And it's just like, well...
Ghosts of our past. Future.
Yeah, those are Native Americans that we forced off of our land. And they're just trying to right the wrongs of the white man and we just won't stop. And sometimes, like, we get sick of it and we get a power pellet, and then we reduce what they even have now.
Yeah, and sometimes there's cherries.
And sometimes there's
cherries. Life gives you cherries, man.
Yeah. Man, that's...
Alright, I derailed this pretty hard.
No, it's fine.
What do you got?
Well, you handed it to me. La Squatchmaster Criminal is coming out July 23rd.
Is yours as big as mine? We should be right next to each other, right?
Yeah. Zoom this one in so the perspective's good. All right. Film it in 3D. There you go. Okay. So Jason and I talked about this quite a bit in the previous season of our talk shows because we started this really as we were filming. And it's coming out and they've reserved the theater, so I imagine something's going to be on that screen, and we shot some of it. The first 5 times we shot, we weren't really watching focus that well. But the second 5 times we shot with them, I think we were watching focus pretty well. Yeah,
no, there's going to be times of focus.
Yeah, times of focus.
Which is, yeah, no problem with that.
And there's jokes, like there's plenty of jokes in it. Whether you find them funny or relevant, that's depending on your sense of humor.
Yeah.
You know what?
I was going to read a tagline here. But
yeah, please.
I don't think it's a tagline.
Okay, I'll read mine.
Okay.
So this is a poem.
Wait, you got a poem in there?
I think it's a poem.
Yeah, no, that's a poem.
Okay, so Joker loves Harley. Harley loves Joker. Catwoman loves Squatchy. Squatchy loves his kitty cat. Love is in the air. The Squatchmaster Criminal. So mine has no FatBat mentioned. There's no FatBat mentioned on here. Although the tag says 75 years of vigilante bats.
That's what we call a teaser.
It's a teaser. You don't even know who it's about. You don't even know who it's about. So what's yours about?
Mine says, have a drink, watch a Kalamazoo film, laugh, experience the magic, featuring local actors and music.
That's pretty good. So yeah, he's really pushing Kalamazoo on it. So I like how
it is nice to have Kalamazoo kind of just come up with something like this. Yeah. I don't think we do a lot of this stuff.
No, not as much as we should. So I like on this one there's no FatBat whatsoever, and on yours it's, I mean, you look at that and
it's nothing but.
That's a FatBat with some pictures behind him. And
he made Squatch right there.
He made the bold choice of not cropping around the photo frames, but he rotated them. So you really got like a cornucopia, and it's like the screen can't handle it. We can't crop this. You don't crop this. We've spent too many times on these frames to get your Photoshop trickery involved. So we're really just letting the screens speak for themselves. So I'm gonna be there. Are you gonna be there? Wait a second, 23rd. Yeah, I'll totally be there.
Is that a Wednesday? Yeah, Saturday.
I don't know. It's July 23rd, so I'll be back from Lake Louise and ready to get this out of my system.
Look it up on your phone. Like, I'm busy filming this like video thing here. So
yeah, we're busy right now, but you guys look into it right now. I don't know what it's gonna be like to live in a world with this movie out. Like, I think things are gonna change for us. I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know if we're gonna get more offers. I don't know what it's gonna be.
We're gonna be strolling down the street, dollars falling out of our pockets.
Oh my gosh.
Twirling stopwatches.
People are gonna be setting up Indiegogos for themselves to give us money, and it's just gonna be great.
It's an evolution. This is the when we look back on this day.
This is gonna be a time.
We had the 3,000 short films in there. we will be saying, and it all started here.
It all started here. It's a pre-FB world we're living in right now, and it's gonna be the post-FB world. The world is gonna be divided. That
battery's about to die. So,
are we done?
We're not done, but I'm just gonna say, hey, if it cuts off.
Excited to be in the theater when this takes place. I hope it's packed, and I hope most of the people don't have any preconceived notions about it. Because I just want that reaction, and if he lets me, I'm going to film the crowd the entire time in night vision. Like, I'm super excited to see a honest human being's reaction to this that isn't, like, married to the project.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. And if you're looking for something crazy, like, you're going to come out of there, like, shell-shocked. You might laugh and stuff. There's a possibility you'll enjoy this. On what level, I have no idea. But you're going to come out of there and you're going to be like, I just saw something. Like, and you might not want to talk to people for the next couple days.
I think it would be nice because we'll have the different cliques of everyone that's worked on the thing, and all their families and friends are like going to be like in it, like. So if you want like a personal touch, I think we'll be there.
Yeah. Are you telling your family and friends about this?
Like
we're telling them now, but
select family.
Yeah.
Select friends.
Okay, that's smart.
But majority of my friends, I think. This
is an R-rated whatever.
No colleagues.
Investors, of course.
Yes.
I can't put this like legit link on my site because it is hard R, and I have a lot of like church affiliations, so. I feel like I'm not pushing it as hard as I should. We tried to make a teaser trailer for it. I don't know if Bill accepts it as a thing or not.
Well, it's not canon.
It isn't canon.
It's kind of more of a fan film.
Yeah.
Anything else.
I guess.
So we'll keep it like that. We'll keep it separate worlds.
Yeah, I was hoping he would.
One's a drum and squatch world.
Yeah, like he put out this. I figured he could just go with that teaser trailer too. But, bar side. So thank you, Bill and Jason, for the opportunity of being involved in FatBat. It is something we will not forget, and we're excited to see what the reaction is. Yeah. Hope it goes far.
I hope I was in frame most of the time.
Yeah, you were doing okay.
Was that good?
I think my hair grew back a little bit as we were talking. Yeah, so yeah, we can cut this. We might pick it back up, or we might not. If I go missing after this, I'm proud that this is my last video footage, and I hope my obituary reads that